Tesla Model 3 versus the rivals. 10 EVs.
You got to give it up to this guy. He actually did it. This real world test.
What car on YouTube got 10 EVs head to head to see which would go the furthest? And some of these I haven't even seen before. I guess this dude's in Europe. No, maybe. What do we got? Okay, we got the Mustang Mach-E. Well, I've actually seen a few of those on the road recently.
Oh, yeah?
The Tesla Model 3, the Porsche Taycan, I guess just the plain Taycan, the Audi Q4 e-tron, Kia e-Niro, Volkswagen ID3, Renault Zoe, Skoda Enyaq. Look at these names. Like, I'm just trying to pronounce. Fiat 500 electric and Mazda MX-30. Do you say Mazda or Mazda?
I say Mazda. But
so I guess in the left column is the suggested range from the manufacturer.
Yes.
And then in the right column, he's going to find out. Now, why is it that he left out a Model S, which seems like an obvious one that you would have there?
I guess
cost?
Probably
not cost.
They couldn't get it.
He's like, I got 10 cars. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
I got 10 cars.
He tried his best, but the results are, I would say, pretty typical.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, so the Mustang Mach-E claimed 379, but he ended up getting 302. But then in the case of the Tesla Model 3, with a smaller battery, by the way, it was more efficient by the looks of it. I don't know why he had to use the blue font there because I can barely see that.
284.
Oh.
284.
Okay, so that's still well below the claimed range of 360. This is some real world stuff. The Porsche Taycan was closer. 290 was the claim, and it landed at 281. So some of them are closer to the claims, but the overall range champ as tested was the Mustang Mach-E with a much bigger battery. So that's important to note. The miles per kilowatt hour, he has it listed there as well. But so the biggest battery there won. Not a huge surprise.
On one note, the Model 3 actually did really well in terms of sustaining that battery power. So even when like things are on the car, like air conditioning, like it was constant. There was no like alert saying like, hey, you need to slow down on, some of these features, like turn them off kind of thing.
Right. Well, I assume though in his test he would have been using similar elements in all of the cars to make it fair.
Yeah.
So he would be using air conditioning in all of them.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. What does this really illustrate? How far off the claims are versus real world, and how big of a role conditions and human drivers can play into something like this. Because if you're banking on almost 400 miles of range and then you get 300, like that's something you're going to want to know. So